The Dark Spire was developed and published in Japan by Success under the title The Tower of Mist and the Sword of Law, with its initial release on May 22, 2008. It was later localized and published in North America by Atlus on April 14, 2009. Again, I did not spring for a copy that included the case or the manual. Instead, I figured that I would just house the game in one of my empty cases and print out a cover for labeling purposes. So now I have like a bootleg case that says The Dark Spire for $6.99, which is pretty funny. And actually a large reason why I'm pretty sure many people might have not played this game before is because it was so stupidly expensive, and I am not about to take out a second mortgage just to fund my physical game collection. I actually don't have a first mortgage. I just heard them say that on Breaking Bad. This is my parents' house. Anyways, the story is nothing you haven't heard before. A king is betrayed by a wizard, the wizard steals some jewelry, and then he turns into a dragon and lives in a faraway tower. Your task is to retrieve a powerful necklace, and all I'm saying is the story does not take center stage here. It is not going to get an HBO spin-off. The Dark Spire is a nod to games like Wizardry and Dungeon Master, and it was clearly made by folks who have a thorough appreciation for the classics. The Dark Spire is a pretty smooth turn-based RPG that incorporates retro mechanics like dice rolling for stats, random encounters, and it doesn't have things like text parser-based dialogue. However, it does what's practical for the console that it's on. Anyways, it's worth taking note of the Dark Spire's minimalistic environment that's very visually similar to the classic Tron movie's backlit animation style. Tron came to mind because the movie was also inspired by early video games that were working with very limited memory and processing power, and the Dark Spire is a homage to CRPGs of ancient times. I will note that I'm largely referring to the game's classic mode here. It's one of two display settings, and classic mode is fully committed to the 8-bit era with wireframe graphics and chiptune. If you grew up with Chainmail, you'll likely find home with classic mode. However, I mostly played on modern mode just because the art is so cool. It's like medieval laser tag to me, and I think it's a great extension of, or take on the source material. Given the relatively limited graphics, it relies heavily on text to convey the environment and the events as they unfold. The storytelling style is very D&D-esque, with expressive interjections and theatrically exaggerated characters. The localization does a great job of recapturing the absurd and surreal sense of humor that you'll find with a lot of early tabletop and CRPGs. Anyways, this game serves as a niche alternative to the more streamlined and less stressful direction that RPGs went down. I think this game really fulfilled its purpose, serving as a solid throwback to the olden first-person dungeon crawlers. And much like the olden days of RPG, playing the Dungeon Master is a lot of cost with very little benefit. But as Aerosmith said, life's a journey, not a destination, and the Dark Spire is a fun journey. Alright, sorry to cut things short. I do have school tomorrow, but it's been a few months, so I just kind of wanted to come on here and say something, even if it wasn't the most in-depth thing ever. But yeah, many thanks to everybody watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Peace.